5, 2012, the 10th anniversary of the staging of this event in Jamaica. Relay for Life is an international event. It was started in the US by a Gordy Black with his friends. Decided to go all night and raise funds. He raised something like $27,000, and that was so encouraging that it started to take on a life of its own all over the world. The whole concept is around the survivors. Teams of more than 10 will take turns going around the track all night. And this is a symbol of the fact that cancer never sleeps.
Just to be going around the tracks and seeing the bags representing persons that have passed on was really touching.
We have over 400 volunteers here volunteering for the project, just to build a vibe for Scotiabank, Team Scotia, representing here today.
As part of the Scotia Group family, you know, it's a program that we support. We too have lost a few as part of the Scotia Group to cancer.
In about 2000-2001, Scotiabank joined our team and provided the full cost of a mobile mammography machine, which was the first ever of its type in Jamaica and the Caribbean. And what this did was enabled us to really take on the fight against breast cancer. Through that program, we've been able to take mammography screening to every parish in Jamaica. Now that van is coming to the end of its useful life, and we're really working here tonight at Relay to see how we can raise the funds to get a new one which now embraces digital technology so that we can continue to provide services to many women.
I had discovered that I had cancer at one stage when I went to the clinic with my baby, and I found when I started to feel my breast and I felt a lump. So when I take my baby to the clinic, I just asked the doctor to just examine me, and he did that. And then he didn't like it, so he sent me off to do a mammogram.
I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. My particular type of cancer was called or termed multifocal prostate cancer. Something inside knew that I had cancer before I actually knew. It's strange to say.
I fainted one night. I went to the emergency and the hospital, and they told me that I was very anemic. So I did some tests and they found out that it was colon cancer.
I would have thought when I eventually heard of the diagnosis that I would have been just devastated. I'd have just fallen to pieces. And yet, for a change, because I'm not really characteristically like that, I'll get a little excited sometimes. I was very calm.
I was very scared. No one expected that, because they'll tell you that you don't start screening for colon cancer until 50. So I didn't fit that at all. So nobody was looking for colon cancer.
The best type of treatment for me was a radical prostatectomy, that once you remove the prostate entirely, and this is what a lot of people, really male people, fear, the sexual dysfunction and also incontinence, that is unable to control your bladder function or your urinary function.
I have to remove the breast at that time, then go back to chemo again, and then from chemo stage, then after that you have the radio treatment. So, you know, it's like, especially the chemo, you really never think that you will be able to survive it. You have to be strong, your body have to be so strong in order to survive it.
Men fear the digital rectal examination. It's not the nicest examination in the world, but it's very important, and it just lasts a few seconds, just a few seconds of discomfort, and it can mean the difference between living a worthwhile life or dying. Once you are told that you have cancer, I think your life alters in a way that it will never be the same again. But it does not mean it alters for the bad.
I now say that live life to the fullest, live it one day at a time.
Having had cancer, I can now say there's a lot of positive aspects that can come out of coping with the disease in a systematic and positive sense.
The Teller was brought to you by Scotiabank Group.